Hello, welcome to our school holiday program, or maybe it's welcome back to our school holiday program if you've already done some of our other activities. My name's Sarah and I'm a children's librarian with the City of Melbourne Libraries. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful, well I think it's very beautiful, dreamcatcher out of an old CD. So what you will need today is, we'll put that out of the way for the moment. You'll need an old CD. Make sure it's not mum, dad, brother, sister's favourite album that you're wrecking. I just had some old scratch CDs that don't work anymore, so just check that that's okay to grab an old CD or DVD. You'll need some sticky tape and scissors. Or if you have a plastic needle, you can use a plastic needle. I didn't have a plastic needle, so I just used the sticky tape to wrap around the end of the wool to make it easier to thread. You'll also need some feathers and beads and lots of coloured wool. If you don't have any feathers or beads lying around the house, you might like to go out into the neighbourhood or a walk around your backyard and see if you can find some beautiful long, maybe gum leaves or little gum nuts that you could tie onto the bottom of your dream catcher. Alright, first thing that you need to do though is to make your weaving loom. So I cut a nice long bit of wool here. It's about 150 centimetres. And I'm just going to tie it on the back here. And then we're going to double knot it so it doesn't come undone. And I prefer the shiny side to be the front, so all my knotting happens on the back. And then you're just going to thread it through the centre and around to make your loom. However many times you go around, it needs to be an odd number. So I'm going to do 15 because that's a nice amount where the weaving still looks good but it doesn't get too tricky. If you do more, if you do say 21 or up to 27, it'll look amazing but it will take a lot longer and it'll be a bit trickier. So 15 is a good number to start with. All right, let's go. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We might need to move those around a bit. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We need one more. Ooh, just enough string length, and then I'm just going to knot it to that starting bit. I've hopefully left enough length to tie that. All right, there we go. So now we've got, these are called your warp strings, and we've got 15 of those, and you need your first colour. All right, so your first colour, you're going to tie on to the back. So this is one that we started earlier, and you can see I've just knotted my first colour onto the back of the warp string. push it through there and start weaving. Now, if you want it to not see the warp strings, you need to make sure you push it in as you go around. And you can either tie your wool onto a plastic needle or do what I did and just wrap a bit of sticky tape around the end. And then all we do is we go, you can see I've started, and then we're going to go, that one was under, so over, under, over, under, keep going, and then don't go too far before you pull it through. Now this one's going to have a large chunk of red, so it's a really long string. And push it in and keep going around and round like that. When you have got to the end of that colour, pick whatever colour you're going to get next and just tie the two pieces together. So you would just knot those together and then keep going. You can see on this one, you can see where I've just knotted the next colour and I've tucked the old bit under, but I've had to cut that one because I didn't hide it under the weaving. And so you can see the knots, but they're not very obvious. And keep going, adding on whatever colours you like as you go. You might like to do your favourite football team colours, or you might go with some natural colours, whatever you like. When you get to the last colour and you're happy that that's how much space you want, just knot it off on a warp string and push the knot underneath. Let's see if we can find my knot. This there. See, and then you just push it underneath and you don't even notice. The last stage is if you flip it back over, and I've just tied a piece of string to hang it from, so by knotting onto two of the warp strings at the back, and I decided that I would like 4 strings hanging down, so I've knotted 4 on the back there as well. And I was lucky enough to have these beads and feathers in our craft box, but if you don't have those, like I said before, you could try some gum nuts or leaves, or you could even cut out some cardboard and draw feathers or leaves or shapes to hang down from your strings. And then you have your very own woven old CD dreamcatcher. A few helpful reminders. Let's think. Make sure your warp strings are nice and tight. Also, remember that however many warp strings you go with, they have to be an odd number. You could also try weaving with ribbons or some embroidery floss or thick wool and see how that turns out. And when you're done, take a photo of it if you want. You can send it to us. We'd love to see how it turns out. Our children's team email is libraryprograms@melbourne.vic.gov.au. And also check out the rest of the school holiday program on our website. There's some great activities there. Hope you're having a wonderful holidays. Keep reading. Bye.